Hello, my name is Hannah St. Ange, and I am a Boley Scholar here at the James Monroe Museum for the 2020-2021 school year. And I'm here today to talk about a project that I am just wrapping up at the end of the semester, and that is our Hunt for History QR code quiz. Now, we used to have interactive kiosks in our exhibit spaces, but they were very high-touch areas, and with COVID, we were concerned about that. And so we wanted to find a new way to allow visitors to interact with our objects, but on their own devices. And so I developed the Hunt for History quiz. Now, I started with objects in our exhibits, and I wrote questions based on those objects. I used the Virginia Standards of Learning as well as some educational theories in order to make sure that the questions would be appropriate to what children are currently learning. I then used an online quiz generator to generate a unique quiz for each question, so that when I then generated the QR codes, each code would take you to a separate question. Now, the QR codes have recently been installed in the exhibit, so I'm going to show you how to use them. The first thing you do is you take your phone's camera and you scan the QR code. Now, the little banner will pop up at the top of the camera, and you'll click that, and it'll take you to the QR code quiz. And so this question is based on the bas-relief in one of our exhibits. And so you will click Start, and it gives you the question. So this question in particular asks, what document is being signed in this bas-relief? Now, the answer is the Louisiana Purchase Treaty, but there's no worries if you get it wrong, as you will have multiple chances to get the correct answer. And so, as I said, the correct answer to this is the Louisiana Purchase Treaty. So you will select that question or that answer, and it will take you to this little fun fact that elaborates on the question. And then it will take you to this finish screen where it tells you that you have completed the question, and it will tell you to put a check mark in the corresponding box on your QR code quiz passport. And that is our little Hunt for History passports here. Now, this passport lets you track your progress as you're going throughout the exhibit so that you know exactly where you are in the quiz. Now what I'm going to do is take you upstairs and actually show you what the codes look like in the exhibits themselves. So here we are in our exhibit space. We have one of our QR codes right here, and you'll notice it is right next to the object it refers to, as we want visitors to be able to easily find the object that the question asks about. And so there are two different paths for the QR code quiz. We have our Petite Patriots path, which is geared towards lower elementary school-age children, and that is 5 questions, and it asks things such as counting the number of similar artifacts in the exhibit, as well as matching a description to an object in a display case. Now, we also have our 10-question Exploring Eagle version of the Hunt for History quiz, and that is geared more towards upper elementary school-age children or lower elementary students with the help of their families. And those questions go a little more in depth on the artifacts. So it might ask questions such as, how was an object used, or who used it? And now with both quizzes, no matter which version you take, there are examples for visitors to use their imaginations and be able to actually move around and have some fun in the exhibit space. This code, for example, actually asks you to imagine that you're wearing a vest like Monroe's that we have on display here, or in the next case over, Elizabeth Monroe's gown. And it asks you to imagine that you're wearing one of those outfits and dance along to a period song that they may have danced to. And that song will actually play when you scan the QR code. And so there are opportunities to get moving and to have some fun while you're interacting with the objects here in the exhibit spaces. Now, if you're interested and you want to try out the quiz yourself, you can come on down and try out Hunt for History here at the James Monroe Museum, but make sure you have your camera ready.